Number 1. Please tell us about yourself. What are your interests and hobbies?
Hi, I'm Ricardo Bujanda. I'm raised and born in Barquisimeto, Taolara, Venezuela, which is known as a musical city of my country. I love my job. I enjoy to playing basketball and soccer on weekend. I also like to drive and to travel. And in very down place, I like to cook.
Number 2. Are you involved in extracurricular activities that you could coach or supervise?
Not at the time. I am not.
Number 3. Why did you decide to become a teacher for the subject for which you are applying?
I like the learning teaching process, and I think it's a process that change every week, and every day. So it's very demanding and demands from you the best. So you must to prepare yourself in order to respond of that demand.
Number 4. Are you currently employed as a teacher?
Yes, I am.
Number 5. How many hours per day do you teach and how many days per week?
I teach 12 hours, 5 days a week.
Number 6. Describe your teaching experience. What subjects have you taught and at what grade levels?
Um, I think teaching is a wonderful opportunity to make a better person, a better society, and therefore a better country. So I like to be part of that process because I can support and contribute to the students reach their potentials. I teach English as a second language in first grade. I also work with first and fourth grade.
Number 7. Describe other work experience you have had besides teaching.
I used to play in an orchestra, and it was a very enriching experience. There, I learned what a work team is, and also teach viola in a conservatory. It was a wonderful experience too.
Number 8. Have you ever worked in the United States?
No,
If so, when, where, and why?
no, I never worked in the United States.
Number 9. What do you hope to be doing professionally 5 years from now?
Um, I would like to join a graduate program and get my title, my diploma. I see myself still working and still learning how to learn and grow as a person and as a teacher.
Number 11. What would your students say about you?
They, the most of my students would tell about me that I'm a nice guy, that I like them, but a few will tell you that I could be a grumpy because I always talk about them the rules. So basically, that I'm a good teacher.
Number 12. How do you prepare to teach your lessons?
I think I prepare my teaching in three parts. The beginning, I start to talk about a topic. Um, it might be or not related with the main activity, in order to they to get confidence. It's kind of warming up, you know. And then I start with the main activity, which involves reading, writing, coloring, scissors, glue, and at that point I try to be very clear and answers every question that they have to make. At the end, I make sure they understood the activity and I make kind of review of the whole class in order to to make sure they get the point.
Number 10. If I were to talk to several of the colleagues, How would you describe your personality?
They are very nice people, so I must say that uh, they perceive me like a nice person. I am responsible, that I respectful, a good co-worker, a loyal, and a fair person.
Number 13. What were your lesson plans in?
Um, I try to do my lessons, um, in a very paternal way. So I I attach to my lessons respect and enthusiasm and the highest willingness to listen what they have to say.
Number 14. Think about a class that you have taught recently. Talk about two of the teaching strategies or methods that you used.
The other day we were talking about classroom rules. I think it's very important. The student that's great follow the rules. So they seem to be lost because the complexity of the vocabulary. So I decide, I decide to make a dramatization for each of English rules. Another, it was that I started running because we were talking about commands. So I started running in the class, and they must say stop. It was very graphic command because at the end, I did what I say.
Number 15. What methods do you use to grade or evaluate your students' progress?
I base my evaluation basically on observation and also the way that I participate in class. I also apply some oral and writing tests.
Number 17. If you have students who are noisy or not attentive, share with us two ways you to get them to be quiet and concentrate.
I have tried several techniques in order to do that. The most that I use is turn lights off. It's amazing that the way they respond to that. Another word which worked for me is to count down from 5 to 1, and at the point that we get 1, they are relaxed and quiet.
Number 16. If you use technology in your teaching, describe how you use it.
Uh, I only use a CD player in my class.
Number 18. Describe the most difficult problem you have had to deal with as a teacher and how did you solve this problem?
Okay, the most difficult problem involved one student he was beating all the time the classmates, and I didn't understand why. Apparently, the parents were separated, so he was so upset at school. So I decided to talk to him um, in a very personal way to earn the confidence. I proposed him, I asked him to be my assistant. So he stopped beating the classmates and started working class.
Number 19. Give one example to show that you're a flexible person and that you can make changes to your teaching and methods if that is necessary.
Yes, I used to work only for fourth and sixth grade. I never had before in first grade. So, a teacher, which obviously with more experience, suggests that I must be more relaxed and enjoy the energy and the dynamics that that grade offers. So I incorporate that to my way to teach, and I think it's worth it.
Number 10. Is there anything you would like to add about your qualifications that we may not be aware of?
Oh yes, I asked for my grades at university, and apparently it's a process. It takes too long. So in order to get my application, I must to wait. But it's only that.
21. Have you spoken to your family about going to the United States to teach? Is there anything, such a family member, that might object to your leaving home? Are you aware that your family members may not join you here until approximately 4 to 6 weeks after your arrival?
Yes, my wife and I um, are talking about this great opportunity. So we agree in every single point. And at this time, there is no objection at all.
Number 22. Do you understand and accept that FACES is a 3 year program, and after 3 years you must return to your home country? Do you agree to this?
Absolutely, I'm aware of that, and I would be glad to come back my country and start to share the experience, that experience, that wonderful experience.